everybody. Once again, you're at the game presented by Burger King here on MaxPreps.com. I'm Casey Littlejohn in Washington State, coming to you from north of Seattle tonight in Edmonds, Washington, where you're going to get a little taste of Westco League football as Kamiak High School comes in to try to spoil the homecoming celebrations of the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors. One player to keep an eye on tonight is number 43 for Edmonds-Woodway, Tony Hurd, a household name if you've been following Washington High School football the past couple seasons. So we'll see how it goes. Let's get to the highlights. Kamiak quarterback Sam Ruppel finds Chris Carey, but he gets popped. Ball loose, Edmonds-Woodway falls on it, first down. Andy Wilcock rolls out and finds Dick Cusis for the big gain. Wilcock blindsided by Kamiak's Logan Hartman, ball 3. These are the breaks Kamiak cannot come up with. DW retains possession, and here's a one-handed snare by Tony Hurd. We'll give him an 8 for the somersault. Then Fumbalaya, ball 3. The wet conditions led to many turnover opportunities on both sides. Then the Warriors' Rudy Johnson gonna flex some muscle. Ruppel trying to do it with his feet, chased down by Tony Hurd, setting up the big hit by Az Promasio. Check it out again. Ouch. Hurd causing all kinds of havoc for the Knights. Dominique Fulkins wraps up. Kamiak and Edmonds-Woodway dead even at halftime. Second half now on a third down. Surprise, surprise, Tony Hurd with the halfback pass finds Dick Cusis downfield. Huge gain. Great play call. And wouldn't you know it, thundering Tony Hurd gonna stumble and rumble in for 6. Still a close game, and Promasio gonna take a punt return and give the Warriors great field position before he's drugged down. But then Wilcock back to pass, and he's gonna be intercepted by Clay Harris. Kamiak only down 6-0. Still in this game, and on fourth down, they make a conversion here, keeping their hopes alive. Ruppel running, but the Warrior defense was too stingy as Noah Martin cuts him down. Now welcome to the realm of Tony Hurd as he lets out his Bobby Boucher on Sam Ruppel. That was scary. My oh my, what a hit. To his credit, Ruppel would be able to stay in the game. Now here's Tony Hurd taking on the entire Kamiak defense. And then Tony Hurd pinballs into the end zone for the second time on the night. 12-0, Edmonds-Woodway leads in the fourth quarter. And then Dominique Fulkins adds the exclamation point on a shutout win for the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors, 12-0 over the Kamiak Knights. All right, I'm here with touchdown Tony Hurd, running back, linebacker for the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors tonight. Tony, the only word that describes your performance tonight really was just beastly. It was kind of slow starting off, and then second half you really just punished that Kamiak defense. And that halfback pass there really kind of set the tone. Take us through that play. Oh man, actually that was the first time we ran that play all year, you know. Because we run it every now and then in practice, but I never had a chance to throw it. So, you know, and I had gloves, I was a little slippery. I was kind of worried about it, but you know, I practiced every now and then, so I was actually surprised that I got it there. It was like a little dead duck, but you got it there. And it looks like first quarter, it looked like they were working you on the sideline. Did you come in with an injury? Did you get banged up there early on? I got a little tweak, but you know, I had to fight through the pain. You know, no pain, no gain. So just little things. And now, you know, when I watch you run, I can't help but think of the great Earl Campbell, guy that just was very powerful, wouldn't go down, and then when he also had the speed to get to the edge. Is there any NFL players that you kind of look at or kind of emulated your game out? Right there, Earl Campbell. You know, I like going old school. So Earl Campbell, you know, I always watch his highlights. You know, he's my idol. So, but if you say present time, I like to run like, you know, at least like a Brandon Jacobs or a Marshawn Lynch or, you know, a Marion Barber. You know. Right, well, you're doing it. You're doing it. And you guys had just a great season last year. Made a nice little playoff run. This team, you know, you guys lost some key components. So what do you got to do? You're obviously taking a leadership role. What do you got to do to get back into the playoffs this year?
I just got to stay motivated, stay positive, and always have faith. Even when times are down, you always got to, keep faith and just know that everything's going to be all right as long as you have that with you.
All right, a real gutsy performance tonight by Tony Hurd and the Warriors, winning that homecoming game 12-0 tonight over Kamiak. Next week, we'll be down in the South Sound for a rivalry game between Graham Kapowson and Bethel. We'll see you then. Thanks. Hey, man, thanks a lot, dude. Excellent. That was awesome.